The truth is hard to explain sometimes, and I understand. Mumsy didn't know how to tell me you were gone. She was scared for her little man. We had a lot to do and death wasn't in the plan. So if we're all living on borrowed time, the Lord, I ask if my dad can borrow mine.
Hi, welcome to Finding Happiness with Jasmine. Today's guest is a guy I know from Coventry University, and we're here to see his artwork and have a little chat with him, so join me.
My dad, they've always been very supportive of everything that I set my heart out to do. So it became very apparent when I was about 12, 13 years old. When my dad was always traveling. He was a petroleum chemist. When he came back from one of his numerous trips, he got me a Picasso picture booklet. And there was one painting that still stands with me till this day. It was an old man playing a guitar with a broken neck. And ever since I saw that painting, I made my mind up. Subconsciously, I made my mind up that I was going to be an artist. But the thing about living in Ghana is that you don't know you can make a profession out of it because the infrastructure is not there. So fast forward when I got to junior high school, I got involved in a competition and I won a third place for Ghana. And there and there, I was about 14 years old and I just knew that, okay, look, this is going to work, but I don't know how it's going to work in Ghana. So, after junior high school, I went to secondary school and I studied visual arts. So, 3 years after that, it was time to go to uni, and that's when the challenge came. My grades weren't, up to standard to the uni I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to Koby Martin University of Science and Technology, and they done art. They do arts over there, and I remember wanted to do animation, but they kept coming back to me telling me my grades weren't enough or wasn't right, and I had to take remedials. So I took remedials, but I still kept failing it. But they failed to realize that I was good creatively, and because of that, I stayed at home for 2 years just retaking exams. And it's a waste of time. It was hard because my friends were going to school, going to university, and you felt like a bum. Staying at home, not really doing anything with your life. I went to visit them in uni. I never had that Ghanaian university experience, so I didn't know how it was. I went to visit them in uni, and I remember they kept telling me to switch and do something just to get accepted into uni, but I wasn't really good with nothing. I just wanted to do art. And if the uni wasn't taking me, I don't think I was going to do that. So, it was hard to see your friends, go to uni and study and come back home on holidays and have things to tell you, and you don't know what the hell they're talking about because, you just don't know. But I'm not sure they were ever thinking of, sending me, out of the country to study. They had to make a tough decision because then again, I'm the youngest in the family. I'm the baby. I've never been away from my parents, and I've never been away from them without their guidance or anything like that. So, yeah, they just had to make that tough decision. And mind you, I'd never traveled before. I'd never been on the plane, never been to another country, had no family, no friends. The weather, the food, you completely have to adjust and adapt, which I'm very good at. I didn't know that when I came here because I was very young and I was 19. And Coventry is a student town, and I loved it there. I loved it there. I lived in student accommodation for the first 2 years and for my foundation year as well. So it was quite good. It was quite good. That was the foundation. That was the foundation of we're here, we're here now. And that's where it started in Ghana, but it was sort of designed or built up in Coventry. Coming here without your parents is a completely different challenge. You don't have friends, you don't have family. So you keep to yourself, not because you want to, but because you want to learn and know how things work. Do you know what I mean? If you want to know how things, if you want to know how things run in a place, you have to be quiet and observant. So shut your mouth and open your eyes and ears. Do you know what I mean? And see how things work. I was sad most of the time. Yeah. I wasn't really drawing or painting at that time. I just played video games a lot because I bought myself a PlayStation. Yeah. So yeah, man, I kept to myself most of the time, really. Yeah, until I found out one of my friends called Frederick. He went to secondary school in Ghana. He was in the same city as me. And that's when I started, because it was easy. We went to the same secondary school in Ghana. So, oh, you're here. You know what I mean? And then started moving on. Life is always coming at me. And it always turns out that the inspiration comes from that. So I don't ask for it, but even as of now, I'm scared of what I'm going to talk about next, because I didn't know I was going to talk about my dad's death with this body of work. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit scary to think of, because when something happens, that's when I get the inspiration, and I don't know what's going to happen next. So it's like I'm on the edge right now. Like, if anything at all, I just ask God to prepare me for it, to give me the challenge, to give me the courage, actually, to be inspired from it, and to have the heart to be resilient. So it's a scary, scary thing. I'm basically talking about my life. I talk about it because I've lived it, and no other person can do that. Only I can do that. And that's why I talk about it, because it's my life. I know the ins and outs of it. Yeah, I say the most darkest has been when my dad died. He died December 7th. 2014. I was in Coventry. I just had an operation because I had an appendicitis, and the doctor said my appendix was an inch away from bursting. So if your appendix bursts inside the body, the probability of you dying is, it's high. So with that, it's crazy, because me and my dad were in the hospital at the same time. When I was about to be operated on, they wanted him to, the doctors needed permission to get, just in case if I didn't make it, because they need to donate my organs, just in case I died. And that was a scary thing to sign. And I had to explain that to my mom and my dad, to say, yo, this is what's going on. Not knowing, when I spoke to my dad, he was in the hospital as well, being treated for whatever he was going through. So, when I came out of the hospital, he didn't make it in Ghana. And when I found out, it was, I don't know how to put it in words. It's something you can't describe, losing someone. Until it hits home, you will be the best person to talk about it. But for me, I can't really describe what how it feels, man. It's a feeling you can't talk about. You know what I mean?
Were you close to your dad?
Yeah, but when no uni was taking me, they were the ones pushing me. Sort of like try to keep my hopes up. Yeah, man, they've done a great job, man. Just because of that, I'm going to allow my kids to be very free with how they express themselves, and give them the liberty of doing what they want to do, and pursuing it and believing in them. You know what I mean? I'm not sure they knew what they were doing and how that affected me, but it was really helpful. You know what I mean? And even to this day, like before he even died, he never questioned my career path. It was like, what he used to say was, if you're going to do it, make sure it works. I have a master's degree and I've never applied for a job. my mom's never questioned whether I'm going to get a job or not. She just believes in what I'm doing to this day. So, this is what it is. God has given me the ability to express myself through this gift. God given me the ability to express myself through this gift is therapy. Only healing comes from God. Only true healing comes from God. So, yeah, it's something I'm still going through. You know, it's not something you can completely get over. But, you know, there's a verse in Isaiah 26 verse 11 where it says, you will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed in it. So if you keep your mind on it, if you stay focused on him and put him above and before everything, he'll give you the mental peace that you need and the healing that you need, you know what I mean? So, yeah man, it's not something I don't think I can ever overcome, because sometimes I pinch myself and it's not real. I talk to him, I used to talk to him every day, text him, especially. So it's not, I'm still dealing with it. I'm still dealing with it. And to talk about it even through my work was hard. It was one of the hardest things, but you just gotta do it.
Can you tell me what painting kind of like expresses your emotions or how you felt when your dad passed away? Which painting?
That one. The one with the house on fire. Yeah.
So when you're painting it, what was going through your mind? What was it?
I wouldn't say my mind, it was more, I was painting off, it was coming off emotions. Yeah. Anger, frustration, disappointment, sadness, depression. Yes. I was in a dark place. I was in a very dark place. I didn't think I could overcome it. It was very hard. I lost my sense of direction. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know if this whole art thing was going to work. I didn't know what I was going to do. Because he was the one that kept telling me, yo, do this, check this out, look out for this, do your research on that. And then when that person is gone, it's like your compass is going, there's no point of direction, you know? My mom she's a gift, man. She's a superhero, superhuman, man. She lost her husband. She lost my dad, and she lost her dad a week apart. To lose someone in such a short space, and to be selfless about yourself and still care about someone. She was more worried about me than she was for herself, and I don't know how she was dealing with it. I don't know how she dealt with it. We are in a world where we know nothing of, you know. If I'm to ask you, do you remember where you came from before you started having memory of things, you wouldn't. Your brain started developing when you were 3 years old, right? What I'm trying to say is that you're a spirit being. You are in a world where you know nothing. So why don't you submit to the Creator who knows everything? He knows you before you were formed in your mother's womb, you know, which is a verse in Psalm. It says, I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. I ordained you a prophet unto the nations. So he knows the end from the beginning. Do you get what I'm saying? So he is everything, man. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just God. What makes me happy? My mom. Yeah, my mom. You know, she supports me, man, all the way from Ghana. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy. It's not easy, but I'm happy that I have her, man. My approach to it, I didn't want it to be representational, as in the moment you see it, you got what I was talking about. I wanted it to be layered. I wanted people to find something that was hidden within the image, you know. And when I started painting this, I realized that. My mum, I'm always talking about my mum in my work. I always talk about my mum in my work. And this was a painting that captures like my mum's, you know, selfless love. and always checking up on me and asking me if I'm good. It also talks about my mental health. You know, when I was very suicidal. Because when you don't have anyone, when you leave Ghana and you come, I left Ghana when I was 19, when you come here at such a young age with no family, you're very reclusive. And to this day, I'm a reclusive person. So I'm always keeping to myself. So even losing my dad made me more reclusive, and that's dangerous because you become addicted to being isolated from everyone. And that is very dangerous because your mind plays games with you. So I was talking about that. I was talking about, there's a church in there with a candle. And the church represents my mom's unwavering faith in God, irrespective of the situation. And the skull represents, the trauma we're dealing with. Because, like I said, she lost her dad and she lost my dad in the space of a week. So I don't know how she dealt with that to this day. I think I was trying to capture how dark it was as well, and how sudden, and how, the emotions, like it was a lot of frustration and then and a lot of anger. And as I said, I was in a very dark place. That's why all the canvases are black. They represent, the space I was in terms of I was grieving, I was lost, and I was just trying to find myself as an individual. Yes, that's my mom basically, and that's me. And if you look at the shape of, this guy, he's in a fetal position. When a baby's in the womb, it's comfortable. So I was questioning a lot of things because I became comfortable in the trauma because I lost my dad, I lost my mom, my granddad. What was next? I didn't see anything positive coming out of the situation. So you could see I was very comfortable, but my mom there's a lot going on in her face, you know what I mean? Like she's looking up for help, you know what I mean? Comforting me as well with her hands on my hands. And she was always checking up on me like she did. We're living on borrowed time, man. We're all living on borrowed time. And even the time we're living on is not ours. You know what I mean? And whatever relationship you need to reestablish, you need to reconnect. If it's your career taking your time away from your family, you need to reconsider that and connect with people that you love and putting them first. Because once they are gone, that's it. That's it. The time is not yours. So, yeah, use it wisely.